in that we do have Ask Carol. So make sure that you're ready to help this beautiful nation of ours, because that's exactly what we do. In terms of helping this nation, this conversation is very key, and I'm so excited that we're having it. In studio, I am joined by Mr. Mahlambi, who's a spokesperson for the KZN Department of Education. And the department recently held a very constructive meet, who have been protesting outside their head office, showcasing the beautiful commitment to compassion, transparency, and dialogue. So Mr. Mahlambi will shed some light on the department's stance regarding the challenges faced by these educators and some of the steps that have been taken to address unemployment in the education sector. Mr. Mahlambi, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. You and I are becoming best friends, I see.
Siyabonga kakhulu, Carol, for having us, and good afternoon to your listeners.
If you can just briefly elaborate on the procedures that the department is implementing, especially for the placement of educators due to the declining learner enrollment, and also how will this affect the unemployed educators currently seeking positions in schools?
Yeah, before I speak generally how we recruit educators, let me address the issue of the educators that have been camping outside our offices in Pietermaritzburg. It's not for the first time. They did that last year, 3/4 of the year last year. And we have always been trying to meet them. This year they are back. That is why yesterday we met with them, trying to explain to them as to how we go about doing the recruitment, because for starters we want to say it's an undesirable situation that you have people who are qualified who will be sitting on the cement, sleeping over there, hoping that by so doing, demonstrating as such, they will attract our attention, of which they can do so even in the comfort of their homes. But it's worse when they come and in this heat, Pietermaritzburg, Nochana. So we then said no, let's call them, because we've been avoiding to speak to them because we saw a number of interested groups and personalities addressing them. Then we waited for that to cool down. Then MEC directed that the Deputy Director General responsible for corporate services, Advocate Masugu, the simple will be your HR department to then say meet with them. So yesterday we met with them. There were about 181 of them. Also in the presence of that meeting was the gentleman from the Youth Services Commission, who was also having met with them, having read their memorandum, also spoke to the MEC. Then when we spoke to them, we then explained to say, look, there is a procedure that we follow when we recruit educators. One of that is that when you are qualified, you have to put your information in the database. That they all of them agreed that they had done. So as and when the vacancies become available at the schools then will inform us through their line function, through the circuit management district, until it comes to head office. Then we will then match the school requirements in terms of qualifications that are needed by the school in terms of the subjects that needs to be taught where the vacancy has arisen. So we will then, through using the database that we have that has almost more than 70,000 qualified educators who are unemployed, we will then, based on the matching, will then send that educator to the school. That is how they are recruited. Before the MEC came, or when the MEC came, he came at a time when there was noise about this app, to say this app database is not transparent. So what then the MEC did, being a person that listens to the plight and to the sentiments of the people, said, okay, let's advertise the post. We advertise almost over close to 800 posts. But to our surprise, we thought that was going to be received positively. But the very same educators who were criticizing the app were the ones who, within 2 weeks after the bulletin that advertised those posts, came back to say, no. I think we'd rather go back to the database in terms of the app, because of the allegations that they are saying that are permeating at the school level in terms of the preferences. They were told in their faces to say, if you come and apply here, now that there is a post, now that we are in charge in terms of recruitment at the level of the school governing body, we are going to be recruiting so and so, not you, and stuff like that. So then okay. they said they prefer a system that does not know a face of a person, a system that will match the curriculum needs of the school, then post that person. To an extent that post that the process that was supposed to take like 1 month, it took to some of them more than 6 months. To some of them, we had to take back the processes because they were not doing the processes of shortlisting, interviews, and making recommendations. So it was the time expired that we had given that power to the delegated power to the governing bodies. We had to recall that power back to head office, and we had to do it ourselves. So in a nutshell, this is how we recruit educators. But we then indicated to them to say, look guys, we are in the 21st century. The issue of unemployment is very high. Industries, they've got their niche in terms of what is it that they want to recruit people with a particular skill. So let's start and make ourselves relevant in terms of reskilling ourselves in terms of the subjects, because schools are changing their curriculum packages, what we call curriculum transformation, in accordance to demand of the industry.